Hi folks, Ian here. It's time for Lego again. I have here with me 5 new custom creations, otherwise known as MOCs, or my own creations. I have a few SUVs, one boat, a helicopter and a buggy here. So I just want to run through with you each one of these and kind of what went through my mind and what I wanted to achieve. So let's start with the center one here. This is a passenger SUV or a concept SUV, kind of big in scale and design. And similar to that in terms of scale is a fire SUV. Now I don't know if these things really exist in real life, but I thought this was cool. And this also has quite a few features, which I will show you in detail later on. And then we move to the most interesting of the creations that I made. This is a fire helicopter, and it's my very first helicopter, my very first aircraft in fact, which took really long to make. And I'm really happy with how this turned out, and there are really some interesting techniques being done to get the shape of this helicopter exactly what I wanted it to be. So this was actually from a Lego Fire Speedboat polybag set. I got it and I built the polybag. I was really disappointed with how simple it is being a polybag set and not having many parts. Yeah, it didn't look good, so I modified that Lego polybag set, and here it is. This is the updated, improved Fire Speedboat that I have. And the last thing that we have in this video is a small, simple police buggy. So this started off as the Lego Police ATV set, the very small set, and then I modified it and decided that I wanted to give something that was sheltered and covered, and yeah, why not make a buggy instead of ATV, one that has full shelter, windscreen, and still kind of looks cute and small size. Alright, let's go back and take a look at each of these cars in greater detail. And this white SUV, what I wanted to do was really use these chunky tires, create an SUV that's really big, really beastie, and menacing looking in front. And I have used quite a few interesting building techniques in this set. Let's start with the front. So the mini headlights and yeah, that really big front grille. So this is actually one entire piece. You see that what I've done here is actually to mount it sideways, so there's some interesting side mounting techniques done here. As we move to the side, you see that in order to create that really big look, I have extended the sides here with some slope pieces mounted on sideways. A little bit of detail, random detail there. So we come to the back, perhaps the most interesting thing you see here is the windows and how they were attached. So you see that these are mounted sideways actually. These are just nothing but the usual windscreen pieces mounted with clips and pole, and I managed to get it down so that the windscreens would really look nice and long and give it that very sleek, futuristic look. So we come to the back. Another interesting thing is notice those exhaust pipes there. Yeah, that's the Lego binoculars pieces mounted upside down. Yeah, it's a good use of that part. And so this is it. This is the SUV. We'll move on next to the fire SUV. Now this is interesting. So side opening doors here to just store a few of the essential items that a fireman would need, such as the pickaxe, a fire extinguisher, and his apparatus and helmet, etc. Come to the back. This is where I went a little bit crazy and imaginative. This actually transforms to be overhead kind of water jet spray thing. So you close this and then you would just deploy this, and basically, oops, you can see that. So basically it would be remote operated by the truck driver, by the fireman inside, and this is able to then extinguish fires in pretty much all directions. Well, that reduces the risk of the fireman actually going into the scene if it's a small fire that he is putting out. So that closes up pretty nicely. Yeah, that's about it. It's also kind of big, menacing, has that nice chunky tires, goes on. Let's move on to the fire helicopter. The next few videos will just show you how it was actually built up. Little man inside, so his job is to operate the fire hose there. This is the fire hose that shoots out water. It can be adjusted in many different directions. Just a little bit of detail here to show that this is the water tank. So this is where the water is stored in the helicopter. That's why it's such a large portion. And I don't know if this is how it works or not, just making things up. Further inside, you do see a little wheel there to on and off the water supply, and you have just a hook here, a winch as a rescue rope to save anyone that might be drowning, or just to transport any other cargo. Printed my own stickers as usual, fire and city fire department, and yeah, I really like this. Took me quite a while to get the parts I wanted, but it's done, and I'm pleased with how this turned out. Let's take a look at the last two small little things. These are simple builds. It didn't take me more than half an hour to make each one of these. So over here, this police buggy, what really gives it a shape is that one piece specialized windscreen in front, and I kind of used back some of the old parts, and yeah, it's just I printed the sticker by myself. That's kind of managed to get the blue to match that of the brake. So it's just meant to be a simple, cute looking kind of buggy thing, where it still holds the standard handcuffs and has the usual police lights and a nice wide fat wheelbase here. Fireboat is a little bit more interesting. Became that same original nozzle to spray water at the front, but I just built up the sides of this boat by making the windscreen a lot higher, and then putting a lot more detail in, such as stickers, lights, and just gave it a bit more shape and a bit more roundness to it. So I added this part here, this slope piece in front, just to make it look complete, make it look round. Added a communications antenna. So here's a quick look at all these vehicles. Let me know which one is your favorite or which one you don't like and how I can improve them. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll go make more MOCs and show you more vehicles.